All right, this is Coach Steve, and today we're going to do a 9 exercise, 3-round routine. It's going to be all body weight. I do have some props here, so we can I can show you some different options to do the different exercises today. A little bit more diverse today. So all you'll need is some water, a mat or a carpet, a good attitude, and we'll get rolling for today. So we're going to do a quick warm up. We'll do our routine. We'll have a cool down at the end, and you'll be ready to go. Okay, go ahead and get your legs a little bit further than hip distance apart, and let's just bring it around side to side. Warm up that spine. Just a really good warm up for your whole body. Get the ankles involved. If you feel comfortable enough with your balance, you can just wear socks for this one. Give you a little more proprioception on your feet with the ground. All right, let's put our hands together, reach it up, and chop it down. Reach it up, chop it down. This is a good day to talk about when you're in a confined space. Just like we did last time, if you're in a confined space and you don't have much area to move around, you can still do some movement and get that in no matter where you are. Even if you're behind a desk, let's go ahead and do a little semi-squat and a reach. Even if you're at a desk and you just have a little room in your office, you can still make this happen for yourself. And as usual, take some of these exercises today and work those in throughout your day to keep your body active and reminding it that you're an active person and it needs to be ready to move when you're ready to move. Okay, so our first exercise for today, don't forget to turn your watch on if that's what you're into, or if you need to record that for to make sure that you've actually done it. Today we're going to do a bear to crab. So go ahead and get in bear crawl position. Like I said, if you need to have an option of getting into the bear crawl position this way and just hold it there, that'll be fine. All right, ready? And go. So let's get into that bear crawl position. Lift those knees up. Okay, so you can take that option of staying here or flipping over to crab. So bring it all the way over, get into crab position, flip it back over into bear, and flip it over into crab. So just switch sides. All right, if you used one arm and you didn't pivot, go ahead and switch over to the other arm. This is really good for all of your joints. You never know where we're going to end up on the ground, so it's important to do some training on the ground too. Go ahead and rest. All right, next we're going to do some crab crunches. So from a standing position, if you're unable to get on the ground, just get into that crab position and bring it up this way. So from here, you're going to bring your elbow to your knee and bring it back. Elbow to the knee, bring it back. Really concentrate on pulling that core in each time you do that movement. All right. This works on your coordination, works on your core strength. works on those tricep muscles too. It's a little bit more complex, and if you need to just take a break from that, you can just do some crab kicks as well. So do what you need to do to make this happen today. 15 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. Keep it nice and smooth. And rest. All right, we're gonna get up to our feet for our next one. We're gonna do a chop. So just like we did for the warm-up, put your hands together, reach it up, chop it down to your knee. Ready? And go. Chop it to the knee. I'll tell you to switch halfway through. This is one that if you wanted to use a little weight, hold your dumbbell, bring it up, chop it down, you could do that. All right, switch. All right, 5 seconds. All right, excellent. Our next exercise is going to be a plank with a leg lift. So if you need to do an elevated plank, get that plank in nice straight position, and we're lifting that leg up behind us. Same thing if you're on the floor. Plank position, lift that leg up, bring it down. All right, let's get rolling. And again, if you need to go to a knee plank, that is fine also. Lift the leg up, tighten the glutes, and bring it back down. Tighten those glutes each time you kick. Keep that plank in a nice straight line from your shoulders all the way to your ankles or knees, whichever kind of plank you're doing. 15 seconds. And rest. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. We got our fight move next. So go ahead and bounce your knees a little bit. We're doing 2 forward punches and kicking backwards. All right, so a lot of coordination here. Let's go ahead and get started. Punch, punch, stamp it back. Punch, punch, stamp it back. And again, your modification here is just to do the jabs. Just take a modified step back, and instead of kicking, just step back if you need to do that. Whoa. Just make sure there's nothing behind you that you can kick over when you make that kick to the back. All right, 5 seconds. All right, next we're going to do a Cobra push-up. So if you're unable to get on the ground, go ahead and do a standard push-up off a wall or a piece of furniture. But for our Cobra push-up, we are coming all the way down and we're just lifting our upper body. We're going to really work our lower back on this one. And a little bit of our arms. Go ahead and get started. Push it up. Lift the chin up, bring it back down. So we're not lifting our whole body up, but you should be able to feel that tension in your back when you do this Cobra push-up. "15 seconds, you can make it." And rest. All right, for our next exercise, we're going to do a track start with a knee drive. So, first our options. Our options are first to go ahead and put your leg back and just drive the knee up. Okay? The track start with the knee drive, you're going to go down into a starter position and then drive the knee up. All right, ready? And go. If you just want to do one side, and I'll have you switch halfway through. This is really working your balance, hamstrings, quickness, arm drive. All right, let's switch legs. And rest. Whew. This is a tough one today. All right, we're down on the ground, or you can sit in a chair to do these. We're gonna do swim kicks. So I like to put my hands underneath my tailbone to tilt my back into the ground, lower back, legs out, and we're gonna kick. Let's go. You got this. Keep it up. If you need to drop your legs down for a break, go ahead and do that. We got 20 seconds left. And rest. All right, our last exercise is super useful no matter what age you are, and that is our get-ups. So what we're gonna do from this position, we're gonna stand all the way up. If you need an option of being in a chair and getting up out of a chair, that is fine too. Ready and go. All the way up, then bring it down. These ground to stand motions are super useful. You never know when you're going to be on the ground and need to get up, or what situation you're going to be in over time. It's just good practice. Don't forget to smile while you're doing this. Whoop. All right, we got 10 seconds. And rest. Whew. All right, nice job, everybody. That's end of round number 1. This is a tough one today, really a lot of core work. I'll modify some of these things as we go through. Do what you can do. Modify them for yourself if you need to. Grab yourself a drink in this next 30 seconds before we start round number 2. Couple good, nice, deep breaths. Try to lower that heart rate a little bit. Remember, if you need to make this HIIT training, just make it a lot faster for all of these exercises. If you're here for movement, slow it way down. Really concentrate on the stretching and the, intricate movements of each of these exercises. So no matter if you're, pushing as a competitive athlete, or if you are just working on your mobility to make life easier, this routine can be for you. All right, let's get into that crab position. We're going to go to crab and bear. Ready and go. I'm just going to show you a few modifications. So you can do a dip here, or you can be on the ground, just do your kicks, or like we started with, do a crab to a bear. Flip it over. All right, if you've been working on one hand, go ahead and switch to the other hand. It's a really technical movement to be able to flip over from that bear crawl to a crab. All right, 5 seconds. All right, excellent. Our next exercise is a crab crunch. So again, from a standing position, you can put your arms up, bring those legs off to the side and tap your elbows if you can make it that high. Otherwise, we're down on the ground to do some crab crunches. All right, let's do this. Whoop. Really tighten that core each time you move that elbow to the knee. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. All right, let's do a couple more of those. And rest. All right, we're back up to a stand. We're doing a, oops, lost the mic here for a second. We're doing a full body chop. So kind of a wood chop, just like we did before. So bring it up and chop it down. And let's go. Whew. It's getting steamy in here. And again, you can use a weight. Let's go ahead and switch sides. You can use a weight, put them in both hands, chop with that weight. You can use a sandbag, pancake, any of those things. Help you focus on this chop, make it easier or harder, whatever you need it to do. 15 seconds. And rest. All right, we got our plank with a leg lift. So whether you're doing that elevated on the ground from your knees, whatever you need to do, make sure when you lift that leg up that you really tighten those glutes each time. Ready and go. And you really don't have to move that leg that much in order to really feel that muscular motion in your backside and your lower back for that matter. All right, 15 seconds. And rest. All right, we're off to our fight move next. So remember, 2 jabs and a back kick, if you're able to do that, or 2 jabs and a back step. All right, ready and go. So jab, jab, kick it back. Keep it nice and snappy. 10 seconds. And rest. Whew. Hands are hot. We got Cobra push-ups next. Again, you have the option of staying up and doing your push-ups off of the wall. But for those Cobra push-ups, hands by your chest, lift it up, lift your head up, bring it down nice and slow. Don't forget to breathe on this one. It's easy to concentrate on the strength part of it. Forget to take those nice deep breaths. We got 10 seconds. All right, back to our feet. And again, we got the track start to a knee drive with an option of just doing the knee drive part. All right, ready? Whew. It's getting steamy in here. Ready and go. So track start, drive the knee. Really works your coordination. Again, the opposite arm should be coming up when you drive that knee up. All right, we're switching feet. And rest. Whew. All right, we're down on the ground for flutter kicks. Again, you can do these flutter kicks off of a chair as well. You might only be able to do one leg at a time. All right, hands underneath your tailbone. Ready and kick. The lower and faster you go, the more intense it's going to be for that core. You can have your head reclined or you can keep it up. All right, 15 seconds. And rest. Whew. All right, you can stay on the ground because we're gonna get up. Got a nice little 15-second rest here. Ready, and go. Don't forget you have the option of just getting up and down out of a chair as well. So do what you need to do to make this happen for you. You can change it up and go on your belly too, and then come up. All right, we got 15 seconds. And rest. All right, round number 2 in the books. Grab yourself a drink. You need to have a quick wardrobe change. You can do that too. It's starting to heat up today. Whew. Grab yourself some water, take a couple deep breaths, whatever you need to do in between sets. We're gonna work on our 3rd set here. 20 more seconds. You got this. Doing great. We're doing the bear to the crab next, or you can do crab dips. Whatever works for you today. All right, let's get in the position and go. All right, if you've been working on one hand, go ahead and switch to the other hand. All right, 10 seconds. And rest. Whew. All right, we got crab crunches next. So from a standing position, bring those knees up to your elbows. All right, from a crab position, we're doing knees to elbows as well. And go. So really working your joints. When you do any of these crab to bears or crab crunches or whatever, it's really working those joints. And the more we work our joints, the more they are nicer to us in the future. So keep those joints lubed up by getting your exercise in. Multi-jointal exercises. I'm not sure that's a word or not, but we're gonna make it today. All right, 15 seconds. And rest. Whew. All right, up to our feet for our wood chops. And again, I'll have you switch halfway through. Hands together or grab each side of the dumbbell. Ready? Reach it up. Chop it down your opposite knee. Try to make sure you bend that opposite knee. Working upper body and lower body on this one. Switch sides. Almost done. And rest. All right, we got our planks with our leg lifts. So get into your plank position wherever that is today. Get ready to lift those legs, whether you're doing a wall plank, furniture plank, knee plank, full plank. Ready? And hit it. Keep that nice plank position. Every time you lift that leg, really tighten the glutes. This is a tough one. Really got to concentrate on pulling in that core. If you're doing a full plank, really tighten your abdomen, tighten your thighs, tighten everything up to keep that nice, good plank position. We got 10 seconds. And rest. Back up to our feet for our fight move. 2 jabs and a back kick. Or actually a back leg stomp. All right, ready? Jab, jab, kick it down and back. And again, option, jab, jab, and just step it back. Jab, jab, step it back. All right, 10 seconds. And rest. Nice. We are down for our Cobra push-ups. We're winding this up today, all the way down, chest to the ground. If you need to do regular push-ups, that's fine. If you need to do those off the wall, ready, and go. Lower it nice and slow. All right, do one more. All right. We're up for our track start with a knee drive. You can also just keep your foot back and knee drive it up. Ready? And go. I'll do a few of these so those people that are up can see that. Otherwise, go down on the ground and Drive that knee forward. All right, let's switch legs. When you go all the way down for that track start knee drive, you really can feel it in those hamstrings. Whew. 10 seconds. All right, we got our flutter kicks next, or our swim kicks. Back to the ground. If you're on the ground, put your hands underneath your tailbone, legs out. The lower you are, the harder it is, and start. Don't forget to breathe on this one. "15 seconds. And rest. All right, stay down. We're going to do our get-ups next. Enjoy the 15 seconds, just chilling out. And go. Last exercise, make it count. Again, do a few of these from your belly, from your back, whatever you need to do. Almost done. We'll stretch after this. All right, 15 seconds. And done. Nice job, everybody. Whoop, whoop. All right. All right. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Grab a drink of water if you need to. Pull those shoulder blades back. Stand up nice and straight. Interlock those fingers and stretch it all the way up. Get a nice long stretch from the outside of your knees, through your hips, all the way up through your arms and wrists. Nice deep breath if you're able to at this point. All right, let's lean over to the other side. All right, hands on the hips, roll out those hips. All right, roll them out the other way. All right, take your shoulders, just gently roll your shoulders in the backwards direction. Stretch out the chest, pinch the shoulder blades, and do the opposite. as your shoulders come forward. All right, you can do this next stretch from a standing position. Just kick out your leg and lean in. You can also bring that leg out from a half kneeling position and lean into the leg. Stretch out those hamstrings and your calves. Tip that toe up towards your knee to really get into that stretch. All right, let's switch legs. All right, come back up to your feet. Let's just do some nice and easy calf raises and toe raises. Stretching out those muscles in front of our legs, lower legs, and stretching out the muscles in the back of our lower legs. All right, make sure you get a lot of hydration today. I have had a couple clients that have unfortunately not had enough hydration and they've had suffered some adverse effects. So make sure that you hydrate, especially when you do exercise, so you can keep those things flowing in your body, whether it is saliva, blood, whatever, moving around your body, lymph. Get that body hydrated. All right, go ahead and hit the button down at the bottom if you'd like to follow me from when these videos come out. And this is Coach Steve signing off.